Oh, hi! I didn't see you come in. Welcome to another Impossible Creatures World Cup. Not live cast this time, it's a dead cast. We're going to be watching the replay because no one was there to spectate this one. I'm Will, I'm joined on the couch by Zeph.
Hello.
And by Ben.
How's it going, everyone?
We're going to have a look at the Australia versus USA game, which was rigged, actually. We're going to jump straight into it. On the replay. Unfortunately, normally we don't like to do this, but we don't have too many people available to cast right now, so both me and Ben were in the game. Forgive a little bit of salt. Now I think what we're looking at is, let's just look at the correct replays. I think it's 7:04:10:50. This was the first game, I believe. We had a game before this, but it desynced, crashed out, so we're going to start here. Before we go in, Zeph, as the only person who wasn't in the game, what are you expecting to see here?
It should be a close match. I feel like the teams are as balanced as possible. But yeah, we'll see what kind of fun strategies they have.
Obviously, skill-wise, leans a little bit towards Australia, yeah? Clearly?
Yeah, definitely. Australia's been practicing very hard for this match.
It was so funny actually because Ben and Bchamp were strategizing real hard for this.
If we can take
and me and Guan, the limit of mine and Guan strategizing was just before the game starts. I was like, Guan, do you want to do a land map or a water map? And Guan said, I don't care.
Yeah, to be fair, all the strategizing, because we knew if we got by this, we were playing the Black Tigers.
Yeah.
That's a very scary team to play because they're very aggressive at early stages.
Okay, well that definitely hurts my feelings, but okay.
Well, don't have any feelings hurt.
That is true. Okay, we can see.
So we have Bchamp with the purple, and we have Ben on the blue.
Ben, whose profile name is O for whatever
USA.
reason. Yeah.
It was just I was playing around with my profiles and it just happened. So.
Purple and blue, like the flag.
Team Australia. In green, we have Will, and in teal, we have Guan.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'll have a second. Yeah, that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so right here, it looks like, I'm pretty sure it looks like pretty generic builders from both players, both teams. I don't think anyone's going for a particular super fast level 2.
Pretty standard. You've got Ben has got an awful lot of handshake coal, but he's moving them off now, which is good. I think all 4 players doing a pretty generic expand strat. No one's gone to the islands early on, which is fine. Guan taking
a lot
the
of games.
generator? That's cool. Guan taking the generator before 2, but he has hit 2 first. I will be hitting 2 last.
Yeah, looks like no rush from anyone over here. I know Bchamp has those level 2 aquatic amphibious.
Yeah,
that's kind of interesting to see.
You don't see too much in casual play. You don't see too much amphibious level 2, but he's bringing it out for the tournament. That's cool to see. Guan expanding first to the islands. Good man.
Yep. Very brave. I like that.
As an Australian, obviously a lot of experience with islands. We're really seeing that innate national ability.
Sorry, Will.
No.
It's really interesting with tactics because you have these 2 coal piles in the middle right here that also have that generator. So you see a lot of tactics. Is it worth going over to the island first? Is it worth pushing to mid, possibly claiming that generator, then pushing out towards the island?
Yeah, so many decisions to make.
Yeah.
I think I just got Guan on the call. Hey Guan, how you doing?
Yes, I have just joined.
Fantastic.
I'm doing.
Welcome. Yeah, on this map, it'll be kind of cool to see if people kind of share their henchmen and building. That way, one person can kind of eco faster, while the other player builds their rods for them and geysers. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. We didn't see that this time. We've got Bchamp expanding. Sorry, not Bchamp. We've got Guanlong expanding very well to the east island, and Bchamp putting on pressure here. Here's me swimming south, trying to steal Bchamp's geyser instead of going for the island. I don't know why I did that. I assumed he'd already have the island. I think.
Yeah,
you got attacked down mid. Intercepted by Bchamp's frogs, and we got some very destroy zebras in the middle.
Yeah, and I had to take care of those barrier destroyers before I could turn on the frogs, and that really scuppered me. Guanlong sneaking past with the 4 damage level 2s.
Yeah, look at those. Look at that tankiness in that meat.
Hey man, this is like the most Australian unit possible. We had to do it.
I like the attack animation. Kind of
Yeah,
slap
it's
them
good.
around.
That's true. Guan, how are you feeling about now in the game? Obviously, as Bchamp takes West Island at last.
I have the other island, so
Feeling comfortable?
yeah. Well, I was.
I failed to get the geyser, so instead I built a water chamber behind Bchamp's base. Obviously, Bchamp has spotted Guan over on the East Island and has claimed the generator. Good play. Has not decided to challenge the island as of yet. Has just taken the generator. Sorry, that is him.
Has Guan decided to take his geyser by base? I don't see
Guan took his,
icon
yes.
over there.
Not the water one
to the-
though.
Oh, not the
Top
water
right.
one, correct, yes.
Oh,
Those
yes.
those are really easy to forget. And now
really
we can see
important
Ben.
though.
We can see Ben making some moves towards taking the island.
Yep, so there's constant pressure down mid, but Team USA is doing a good job repelling those attacks.
Yeah.
I wasn't sending enough at a time.
Well, plus
Yeah,
they're only
kinda
doing
trickle
the 4 melee damage. You've really got to back them up with range for them to be effective. These
Oh.
Octanthers at level 3, really great level 3s. Beautiful little
Yep.
units. Bchamp loves
Could
them.
we check the coal saturation on the piles?
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
always cool. Ben does a great job with that.
Yeah, that looks pretty tight. Yep, good. We've got me launching my surprise attack.
Nice.
Did not reach critical mass. Was hoping I'd have enough, but panicked and sent too soon, tragically. So I have just been driven off, and they immediately just attacked the
Oh,
generator.
go for the gen.
Here is Bchamp making some moves towards attacking, just to take some pressure off his base. I think he just wants to distract my attention. Those will come in. Yeah, there they go.
Yep. All right. Who's level 3 right now?
Guan is at 3.
Okay.
So that's both
Bchamp
of
is
us.
3. Ben is 3. I think
Everyone's
we're all
3.
3.
Alright.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Okay,
The Aussies
so
are doing
there's
really good pushing through mid. This is
Yeah.
very strong. And we don't have that at all. I mean, no one has no geyser, but setting up and pushing towards mid sets you guys up for potential success here.
That's right, and something that we should have done is I should have taken the other coal pile in mid as well. But I was kind of thinking, without communicating it like a fool, I was thinking that Guan would take that one. But obviously
So,
he's got the whole island, so he doesn't need it.
Yeah, and then this overwhelming amount of troops is going to do havoc on those melee range units.
Yeah, when one
Yeah,
attack, one
so-
player
They're also
attacks.
kind of bad.
Yeah. What happened just now was Guan sent melee and range to attack. The melee was too fast, and they got there first and died.
Yeah,
And then the range was left without any defense. So it's
Those
important to
range
have
only
equal
have
speed.
15 speed.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're slow boys. And they miss out on the giant anti digging. They are double range. So
Yeah, double range, not good.
one thing you'll notice a lot on a map like eroded duos rather, is because players share a base. It's so critical to attack together, because the other
Right.
team can defend together, and kind of has to defend together. So you're always fighting 2 opponents whenever you attack.
Right. So we see Ben taking the left island now, sharing with Bchamp
Yeah,
over there. That's
because
good.
Guan has not allowed him to have the East Island. Guan's done a great job over there.
Yeah.
I'm escaping.
Yeah.
I'm trying to drag some creatures towards Guan's defenses. It kind of worked. That's something that I think is
man.
really important to do. As soon as your expo gets attacked by a lot of enemy creatures, just move the hench out. You don't need to lose them. There's no point. And you can draw enemy aggro. So now we see basically just this massive creatures in mid from Team USA.
Yeah, this is kind of a snowball effect where it can't be stopped at this point.
Yeah, the difference between the plays here is that me and Guan really drip fed our units into the enemy base, whereas Ben and Bchamp have snowballed.
Yep.
You have some
I
neat
think-
flyers though.
Yeah,
Doing some work.
they're cute players. They only do 6 damage.
Do they have flash?
No,
Or
they do
just
not.
Firefly?
They just have. I love
I'm
Guan's
not willing to pay for that bad ability.
He takes a stand.
Besides, they're only there for the memes, really.
Oh, and we see
Yeah,
Ben reacting
so
to
I
those
was-
flyers.
I was spectating this map, and at this point, Ben actually has a bunch of units just relaxing by the enemy base, and
Yeah.
Bchamp goes, "Hey, idle, sheep, idle rams." So Ben's kind of just
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah, Bchamp abusing Ben as he loves to do.
Yeah, that's a very fair point, Zephy. That could have been a huge turning point. I mean, if they start spitting out are those level 5 cuddles? Or level 4?
Yeah, the level 4
They start-
battles. If we got those out a
That
bit
could have been
earlier.
we could have easily lost that attack.
But I believe you were probably just wanting to focus this East Island instead.
Yeah, I got super sidetracked. I was trying to build some critical mass because I knew he was protecting it pretty well. I figured that since we're raiding the base, there's gonna be more hench there, so I was getting ready not to underdo it.
Well, yeah, you were in control by this stage. I mean, I'm using these creatures, which I stole from Zeph. It's called This Belongs to Zeph. Really good,
It's
but you
kind of
need
interesting to see the level 4 meta. I've seen hippos a lot. I've seen poison frog hippos. I've seen cuttlefish hippos, porcupine hippos. That seems kind of like the way to go for level 4 range.
Yeah, hippo range is really, really good. I honestly, I love, like, what I just used there is the lion cuttlefish, which is Zeph's, which I really love. But you need to get them out really fast. You need to saturate because they can't compete against hippo range.
Yep. All right, so it looks like we're just kind of finishing up this game.
Indeed.
There's some diggers here. Just
Bchamp, okay, what Bchamp has done here is he was attacking the lab and Guan turned on lab defense, so he dug to make Guan turn off lab defense. Very smart.
Nice.
I love that.
Yeah, these flyers just can't cut it. There's not enough, and they only do, what, 6 damage?
6 damage, yeah.
Yeah, at this point, I took over Guan's island. I started pushing all those troops into their base, and it's really...
There it is.
This is really going to do it.
I used my sneaky chambers. This was my last-ditch attempt to just get some damage done to the lab, just, for national pride more than anything. The game's clearly over.
Yeah.
And you can see these level 4s, the lionesses just can't compete. They just get out tanked by the other level 4s.
Yep.
The whole point of my army was just to be memed.
And you succeeded.
Yeah. But
and from that,
to Australia's benefit,
in a very real way, I think we won. We achieved that goal.
Not using serious creatures.
Hit us, Zeph. What's up?
I do like how you still use lab defense well. You never gave up.
That's like Ned Kelly in his holdout. An Australian never says die.
So I guess we could reflect on that, Zeph, since you were actually watching it, spectating it. We have 3 of the 4 players here. You could ask us any questions of like what are thoughts going into the next game, or what are the other teams thinking of map choice, stuff like that.
Yeah. So were there any new strategies that Will and Guan you guys discussed to improve the next game?
Nah.
No. I know that Ben.
There was a little bit of team chat, but the team chat was basically just Guan saying, "Okay, next time I won't use a meme army," and me saying, "Okay." How was it on the other side of the fence in Bentown?
Right. So with Ben and with Bchamp, I know you guys kind of practiced your strategies beforehand, but how did those turn out? Like, what were some strategies you guys used, and how did they come out?
So our main goal, which we kind of flopped a little bit on that first one, was to go. Bchamp was supposed to go for a faster 2, get some that amphibs up fast, and I was going to go for a little bit slower 2 and go for a fast 3. So we felt pretty good a little bit. We could have critiqued it a little bit, but we won the game, so therefore it's got to improve and move on.
It went pretty ideally for you guys, yeah.
Yeah. The next game, we did practice on a few of the maps, and we didn't do too much on Thin Ice, but we knew water geysers were going to be key. Because it's not really efficient unless you have fast-paced flyers in your macro realm to really snipe geysers in the water, but to get those up, to really get our resources going.
All right, sounds good. This next map is Thin Ice. And which team chose this map? Was it Will?
Will and Guan chose this one.
Okay.
And
why did you guys choose Thin Ice?
Well, what happened was in team chat, I asked Guan, what map do you want to play? And Guan said, I don't care. And I was like, what maps do you like? And Guan said, Thinners. And that's the Australian spirit, you know, that's what we're here to bring.
I'm not really bothered by maps, except
Hell
for
yeah.
a small hand.
Well, Guan is invincible on all maps. Now, do you guys remember if we had another desync here? Because there's 2 replays
Ooh.
from Thin Ice.
Yes, the top one. It'd be the top one that we.
Okay, for sure.
I think the bottom one was the one where there was a desync.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we did have that problem. Yep.
A double desync. That was a cursed game.
Oh
More
yeah,
hacking.
that was the first one. I remember Bchamp and I were saying we felt really good about that one.
Yeah,
Then
more
just-
hacking from Bchamp.
Like when USA was versing Switzerland, there was a desync.
No kidding. Oh, there was, of course, yeah. Okay, on the left.
You guys will see that later. But
Yeah,
that
we'll
was,
come that later, hopefully.
I definitely recommend going over that.
Yeah,
Just
stay
thinking
tuned for
that.
more World Cup replays. On the left side, we got Team USA. We've got Bchamp and Ben in purple and blue, respectively. And then on the east side, we've got, of course, Guan in cyan and myself in green. And really interested to see the early games here. Let's just pan the map to see if we can see as many players as possible.
Yeah, so the thing about this map is that it's not very symmetrical.
Yeah.
So the person in the top left usually has a disadvantage getting to mid and getting cold and stuff like that.
There's been a lot of talk about that, but I think player on the bottom right is in real trouble as well, because you can just get suppressed so easily in this channel, like this area here. If your opponent
True.
From the left
Yeah,
can
you're
hold this
fine.
area, you're just cut off. You have nothing. You can't even access your water geyser.
Yeah, just get a few like artillery units there, and there goes your cold line. for your
That's
big
right.
cold.
That's right. And like you don't have good. You've got this water access, I suppose, but that doesn't really lead you to any geysers directly.
Oh yeah. So looking at Bchamp, there was a bit of an error on his part. He just kind of has his henchmen running around like they're cut out, their heads are cut off or something.
Yeah.
I remember me actually playing this game when we were in the Discord. He was saying he was looking for a 4-pile coal
Yeah, that's right.
And-
That's right.
ran a so he kind of wasted 10 seconds just kind of running around.
I don't think
Which-
this map does have more coal piles.
No, it doesn't. There's only 3 coal expos, so a little bit of a
Yep.
miscalc there from Bchamp, but we're seeing everyone at level 2 now. Bchamp just hitting it, relatively late level 2 because of all that henchman running around. We see Guan claiming his natural expo, me claiming my natural expo. Sorry, Guan taking his first contested expo. This is his natural here. And
We see Ben doing some scouting near the south area,
yes,
which
of
is kind
course.
of good.
Good point.
That's very, very good.
Yeah, so this was actually a big error on my part. I was looking for the water geysers. Completely failed. I'm gonna actually send another henchman up northwest to do the same thing. I just couldn't find it, and I just let Bchamp take it.
And we're about to see our
But-
first
Yeah,
action
so-
of the game here between me and Bchamp. Both of us massing Cuddle AODs, which is of course correctly named Ben Poison.
All right, so it's 5-on-5. Let's see how this fight turns
no
out.
longer.
5-on.
It's now 5-on-7, and he got the
Yeah,
attack arc. I
okay.
was just done. There was
Yeah.
nothing there.
It just looks like the reaction time really did it there too. They
Well,
was able to
because my
just-
creatures were moving when they entered range, Bchamp
Yeah.
got the first volley off.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with units as glassy as that, like that tells the story, you know.
it's a turning point.
Oof.
Yeah, so now Will's trying to survive using some sound beam towers, but he's getting hammered pretty hard right now by a never-ending attack from Bchamp.
Yeah, Bchamp continuing to reinforce. I'm reinforcing as well, but I am drip feeding again, and you just can't do that. You know, it's just never going to work. But we
So
have.
what's the strategy to avoid drip feeding?
Well, you try and do what I did there, which is you try and set up something to distract the enemy while you can build up units at your base. So I was setting up the sound beam towers just to draw a little bit of aggro while I built things back here, but my rally point was still set forward, so it didn't work.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And then Guan came to the rescue, which is nice.
Yeah, Guan hit hard. Guan did a really good job here backing me up. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Ben moving into attack.
Yeah, so this was distract a little bit. If we look at the bottom right, actually, of the map, that one henchman that I really didn't know where the geysers was like, screw it, let's go build 2 water chambers and use these. So a potential water rush through the back army, or sneak attack, I should say, not rush.
Yeah, I didn't notice that till later.
Yeah, but how good you really?
Yeah.
We're still doing a pretty good job of applying pressure to Bchamp. Guanlong leaving his units here and not pulling them back to defend, showing real confidence in his ability to beat Ben there, which is really good. Great move.
Yeah. Also, I
Excellent.
think Guanlong just attack moved his guys, and they're hitting the creature chamber, which is not what you want to do. We're being attacked by creatures on
That's
top.
true, yeah. But I mean, he was microing his base, you know.
Right.
Obviously, I am on my way to smash Bchamp, and only attacking Ben with them.
Even if I wasn't protecting my base, I still would have just attacked moved.
Controversial strat. I really like these level 2 melees. They're mostly useful if you get them out fast, and I did not get them out fast. We've got people hitting level 3 now, you know. Bchamp on his way up. Guan on his way up. Ben probably already at 3.
Yeah, I had an early 3. This is when I started building units in the back of run space.
So that's Team USA already at 3. And obviously Ben preparing for that backdoor attack. Spooky stuff. But here we go. You know, carving through these lemmings relatively.
Yeah, when these chameleons come in, it's really going to do some damage here.
And obviously,
I think it's good that they doubled Bchamp. I think it's a good strategy and team play.
Absolutely.
I would have loved to see a little bit of pressure on Ben, because Ben is just running away with the economy right now. He's just taking over the whole map.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's just massing units.
And look,
that's probably the big threat in this game, not attacking Ben.
Yeah, correct. Ben had a free run. If Ben had taken mid earlier, this would have been over really quickly. But
I thought at this point,
more pressure would have been the way to go. Like if we had built some forward chambers here, like if Guan had got some chambers up here, because Guan spends most of this game sending units all the way from his base all the way up to the north.
Yeah, it's wasting a lot of time.
Yeah, so again, the attack move, hitting the chamber and not hitting those hammerhead balls really cost them some major DPS.
Yeah.
Those level 3s are just not, or level 3s just going to overpower those level 2s at this point.
That's true, pretty good. But while they were being meted by my level 3s, they could have done it.
Yeah. Yes.
You know. Here come the Camorses. Ben's still massing units to the south. Bchamp, see, this is what I'm talking about. Bchamp not rushing in to defend. He's just massing units back here. Ben doing the same.
Right.
Yeah, there's no need for expert because they're not going to do anything since all the strategies.
What was the mood like at this stage, Ben, on Team USA? Obviously, as you moved.
So honestly, it was this was a scary point because I was like, do I build like critical mass and just keep spamming those bulls into Quan's base, or do I have to support Bchamp? Because if that attack fails, then now they're both kind of screwed here.
Yeah, correct. So
I'd use the creature chambers over near my base, my Expo on the bottom left, to just mass up and build over here, which worked pretty well. And then I was also spamming units on the water chamber.
Yep. So there's the attack right there, bottom right.
And yeah, so this Bolus Spotamus, melee Bolus Spotamus, no range attack. Basically just meat.
This meat did very well against me with those chameleon bolt horses.
I believe, when you've got the range to back it up, great strategy. And we can see Bchamp has managed to successfully, Bchamp and Ben together have successfully managed to deflect that attack. Me doing mostly nothing, me busy freaking out. Trying to claim as much of mid as possible.
So it's really interesting because the other part of mid isn't claimed.
Yeah, most of mid is not anywhere.
Yeah, I think Will was too busy just attacking and building creatures to actually make henchmen to saturate mid properly.
Correct, yeah. And not being able to handle your micro and your macro is really it's an embarrassing mistake. Sucks to see it on a replay. Guan successfully defended a really strong attack there from Ben. Excellent work. But now we've got Ben hitting level 4.
Looking back at this too, I feel like if I didn't have that attack going into Guan's base, he could have potentially pushed into mid too, which that could have been game right there.
Yeah,
you guys just would have outdone us.
But it's worth pointing out that this area is free. Any one of us could have taken this area.
And this is where I saw complaint because I
don't free anymore.
Yeah, so it looks like Guan kind of is at his base and leaving Will to defend against both members of Team USA, which is kind of rough.
Well, yeah, but it's a case of mobility. Like Guan didn't have the creature chambers up here, so like, how's he supposed to help really?
Yeah, he's sending a good mass right now, actually.
Yeah,
He
here
was
they
massing
come.
up at base.
But
Yep.
tragically,
Just bad timing.
exactly, they come
Yeah.
up now. A little too late and also a little too early. You know, that's just how it is.
That's rough.
Guan, still a team player, still hanging out on the attack, even though he's got this happening in his base, still helping defend me.
Yep.
Actually,
look
they
at
just
that.
got attack move there, and then I forgot about them.
Peeling back the curtains.
Guan with the attack move. Ooh.
Yeah. The Guan maneuver.
So Guan just has faith in his units back home to defend off his huge attack. Not even coming back home.
And
Doesn't
another
care
attack,
at all.
another attack launched against Bchamp. I saw Bchamp coming from mid, and I kind of tried to deal with him on both fronts. It worked okay. He's coming back to defend himself now.
Yeah, so at this point, it was pretty scary. I thought the attack was going well, but then I looked at Bchamp's face. I was like, oh god, I have no troops over there to support him.
And here's these
And then-
Horse Chameleons finally coming back.
Come
now.
back.
Because I remember
Yeah, I
about
feel like if Guan had sent those chameleon horses either to attack Bchamp or bring them home sooner,
That's
it
right.
could have been a whole different game.
That's right, because they didn't
Oh,
do
yeah.
anything in the end. I don't think they've attacked once yet. Here they go.
Yeah, they finally got down there, but now they're facing Sonic, which is rough.
Yeah. You can see how much of their health bar they lose in a cone every time that Sonic attacks. But look,
Yep.
this unit combo from Guan at level 3 is so solid. It's really good.
And this
Yeah.
is where I was like, oh god, this is Guan's defending, and I just put it was a pretty aggressive attack on my end, and I looked back at this base, and Will's doing a fantastic job putting up pressure against Bchamp.
But
Yeah.
he's been
Bchamp's
coming out of
almost
mid.
dead right now.
Oh, if only I could have taken him out. Here we go. Guan defending.
So Guan somehow survives that attack.
Hell
He,
yeah.
he defended quite nicely against it.
That's the power of meat, man, for sure. Every
Yeah,
single one of these dolphins that you get preoccupied is saving you so much health. And if you survive a skirmish with these Aurelians, they regenerate. And they don't have much health, so they regen to full health really quick.
The only problem here is I think Guan's micro. It's hurt pretty bad there. They have any extended labs in his any of the skull piles near him. And I don't think he reaches 4.
Here's me finally opting to go against Bchamp. Yeah, Guan's still sitting at level 3. Didn't have the breathing space, and you can see like this expo is gone. He's got only his natural expo. He has one geyser. Well, sorry, 2 geysers. Really rough from that point of view. And Team America's done a great job taking the generators. We
So at
lost 3 of
this
the 4.
point, we have Bchamp kind of massing up those porcupine hippos, which is rough with with Will's cuttlefish lioness.
But you can see here, if you
Lot of
focus
damage.
fire with them, you can drop the damage to take them out. But as soon as the numbers even out, you're just out of there. There's no hope.
Yeah.
Bchamp doing a really great job recovering with a frankly shattered economy. It's the 3 guys that's really coming into play for him there.
At this point, I just hit level 5, so things are getting a little scary for Team Australia here.
Don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Yeah, there's actually a coal pile near Guan's base right up there, just above his base, that has not been taken.
He did
And then
take
the
it, but he got
geyser base,
crushed.
Got it.
He took it early game. That was the first one he took. And we can see no level 5s yet. Okay, here's Ben's level 5s. I love these. These giraffe Hercules beetles, they're so small. They're very cute. Obviously, Bchamp taking control now, taking north. Because I can't stop him. I can't build critical mass. And 3 is definitely not going to do it. There's the drip feed. Yikes.
One thing to note is that artillery at level 4 is pretty rare. I think
Correct.
direct range is much more common. So you don't need to be scared necessarily of having some chimps or whatever bombardier beetles attacking you level 4.
Well, when you've got a clump like this, it's really, really hard for chimps, because these have longer range than chimps. It's really hard for the chimps to get in range before half of them are dead already from volleys, from focus fire. Artillery is not good in this patch, but stay tuned, because it will be. And here's a big, massive Ben attacking Guan. You can't underestimate these guys with their DPS. Even at level 5, they're doing okay. But obviously these horses killing themselves on the deflect.
Yeah, at this point, he's just overran with level 5 versus level 3, and it's just not gonna.
That's
well
right, and Guan can just hold down shift and make these because his economy is so good. And they're not that expensive. Actually, 40 melee, maybe they are. 40 melee upgraded, that's amazing. With barrier destroyer, goodbye. Good night, sweet prince.
And that pretty much looks like it's a wrap.
Yep, that looks like game. Team USA has sent Team Australia back to their home amongst the gum trees.
Yeah, so I left a lot of flyers. I could have been doing a lot of work with in the back of my base.
That's true,
so
yeah. We can see them here,
big-
the squeeze.
They're finally coming in, but obviously this was a lot closer game. That could have been a deciding factor right there, just putting upon more pressure.
Yeah.
But look, it's a lot of massive troops. It didn't really do much.
Yep.
All right, that's a game. That's a wrap.
There you go. So that's round 1, USA versus Team Australia. Australia bumped down to the losers brackets. Pretty comfortable games for USA there. Australia did a pretty good showing in that second one, but ultimately we're left to pick up the pieces and bring it back in losers. Any feelings from Ben and Juan after that?
Yeah, so Quan, speak. Go ahead, Quan.
I probably could have done a better job at offense.
Oh, boss, same.
Building creature chambers, proxy chambers, and putting more pressure on Ben. Probably could have done that.
But lessons learned going into the losers bracket, right? What do you reckon Team Australia's chances are in the next game, which is, I believe, France-Algeria in losers bracket?
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
I think I got a shot.
I reckon we've got some tricks up our sleeves. How about you, Ben?
Yeah, I definitely think that's going to be a great game. France Algeria, right? That's Freeman and Joseph.
Correct. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, that should be a pretty good game. They've done pretty well so far. As for Bchamp and I, we're going into the next round against both Black Tigers, and at this point, we're feeling pretty good because we just came off a 2-0 win, which was very good for our morale right there.
Great for your
But,
confidence against such a strong team.
We definitely time, and we're going to put in the time to really get our stress down, get our timing down, and make sure our units and our armies are supporting and also benefiting us in our strong suits.
Fantastic. All right, thanks for joining us for this World Cup commentary. We're going to sign off, and we're going to see you on the next one. So from Will, thanks very much. Goodbye.